Merry Christmas. What's up, yo? 25. What's up, yo? How's everyone doing? Day 25 of the practice. Shooting out the Merry Christmas to all. Mahalo. Getting into the mind, the body, the soul. Reaching that out, putting that out to you and to the world. May this bring that piece of light to all of us, as the darkness contains that light really well, and that lightness contains that darkness well as well. Oh yeah, getting into it, going into the body scans, stretching the body out, going up and around, introducing that body scan, being able to, oh yeah, start to bring awareness to the body, start to shake it out, starting to home in on the mind, home in on the body, home in on the soul, and be able to breach that out, you know, to be able to work problems out, right? To be able to provide solutions on top of solutions, and to, you know, kind of stay dynamic within the extent of things. I think at times, as we go, you know, there's that notion of static and dynamic and being able to be balanced, right? As well as understanding the things that are out and around to mitigate these things and to bring awareness. Oh yeah, flowing into that. Getting into the breathing techniques as we go. And just round up my body out and around. Oh yeah, introduce that stretch. Bring it around. And breaking it. Oh yeah. Coming through to the feet, rotating that around to pick up my hair so it's not in the way. Come over to the other side. Start to rotate that feet around. Start to go. Start to shift the body around with the hands. Oh yeah. Fix my pockets. And turn to, actually gonna just put my feet to the side. Just start kind of walking those to the side of it. Again, bringing those awareness, shooting the different stretching techniques out and around on things. Oh yeah, being able to home in into the mind, into the body, into the soul. Again, being able to do this video to cut through all the filters, being able to know that if you wanted to get over there to that side, that there's not just one way of getting over there. They might tell you that there's one way or the right way on things, but at times it could be the right way and probably should take it. But you know, it's being able to experience that and to not be forceful, right? To be able to have introduction, to be able to start to bring dialogue and to grasp these things and being able to be a part of it. But you know, within everything I'm saying of these different avenues and pathways and being able to go down these different routes to, you know, essentially come towards the same conclusion, if one or two or a lot of us were going towards, you know, this, I guess, this pursuit, right? This pursuit of happiness, to be able to know that there's numerous ways of getting there. And, you know, with that stated, it's like the most important thing is being true to thyself, being true to the practice, being true to the mind, being true to the body, being true to the soul, and knowing that, you know, because at times I feel like that's what makes this world that much more crummy and starts to deteriorate, because of the lack of, you know, truth and realness on things. And kind of being able to, again, navigate through that, right? And not let these things affect us, you know, in negative ways as much as, you know, because at times it's going to be needed, right? That negativity, because what is positivity without negativity? What is love without hate? You know, all these things, but at the end of the note too, also knowing, you know, the extremities, and not to, you know, be so extreme on one side, and again, promoting that balance, right? That flow on it, and being able to home in on those devices and balance it out. It's starting to kick that light out. Oh yeah. Bring the posture up. Hands and head up. Going through those things, navigating through that, introducing that touch therapy, and you know, gonna start to talk about the soul. I don't think I've talked about the soul. I think this would be a good kind of segue to it. Merry Christmas, everyone. And going through that, you know, I guess, in a way, my experience from it. Not saying this is what it is. I mean, this whole video, right, it's just more of being able to introduce these things to you, to the world, and for someone in the world to kind of talk about it, right, and to bridge gaps and renovate walls, because we have these things called stereotypes and, you know, kind of the probability and statistics, right, dealing with these facets of numbers, but knowing that every individual, regardless, is their own individual, and, you know, we need to not take advantage of that and know that, hey, don't judge a book by its cover, right? Because the goodness of it is inside. So you got to open it up. So you got to talk. You got to talk to these people and be like, what's up? What it is. And then kind of go from there, right? So with that stated, you know, seeing these things, I mean, we've had it for quite a while, you know, ever since we call them holy wars, you know, crusades, all that, where we started our history, being able to know these things and say what it really is, right? But to be able to, you know, breach that forcefulness is just so ugly. And knowing that, you know, I think we get introduced to the soul at early age again. You know, it's one of the first things as well as the last things, and being able to try obtain soul from my previous video, because, you know, the mind follows the body as the body follows the mind, and the soul is intertwined with it all, and navigating and reaching that interconnectedness with those three, with everything, because everything is connected in one shape or form. And I think if we don't have an understanding of that, we get to lose a bit of, you know, some of the importance, you know, the small things, right? How it goes, how it's been stated, instead of just making sure that we're able to get, you know, the fullness of this pursuit, right? This pursuit of happiness, this thing that we're all kind of in, right? This race. But again, you know, we have religion for that, and, you know, within these religions, at times I can see the conflict of religion, you know, with Muslim, with Buddhism, with, you know, Christianity and all this, and we have all of this information out there, and it's just like, I don't know, at times it's just so clustered on it, where it's just really, you know, really difficult to grasp that, especially if someone doesn't really know, you know, and how, you know, biased things can be, and how much we're already starting to put our own walls, you know, within ourselves on things, and not really knowing what it really is, because we haven't had the time nor, you know, the understanding to just be like, hey, what's up? It's like automatic assumptions, and I know for myself, every time I assume something, I usually make an ass out of myself. So it's like trying to prevent that, but again, right, no one's perfect, and it's a constant practice, but being aware of that and being able to flow with it and to bring it out. So with that stated, it's like, you know, going back to the holy wars and everything, I think, let me take a step back, but, you know, religion is really awesome regardless of what religion or what thing you preach or practice. And, you know, there's things I agree and I disagree, and we'll agree to disagree. But I know that, again, I'm not taking my footing to that extreme and saying this is what it is, this is what has to be, and all that stuff. So it's just, you know, it's interesting. Alright, so it's like for all of us to be introduced to religion, whatever it may be, you know, Christianity, Catholicism, atheist, Lutheran, you know, we have so many of these things, but at the end of the note, it's like we needed to understand that regardless of whatever, we're going to have good people and we're going to have bad people. And within those things, right, and being able to know that it doesn't matter that what religion or whatever they came from, it's just like within anything. And that's where I was saying being true to the practice, being true to the mind, being true to the body, being true to the soul. So with that stated, it's like, I think if you're able to start to formulate that, you're able to navigate these things and just playing fields a lot better, you know, with a real solid mentality, with a real solid spirituality, with a real solid physicality. So with that stated, you know, being introduced to religion is a beautiful thing, you know, because that's where we get to start to grasp these concepts, you know, these things at such a young age, right? Because some of us have it, growing up with it, and being able to, again, to grasp these things, right? And to start to form dialogue, to form communication. So with that, exhale off. Whew. Getting into the breathing. So with that, it's like not knocking, right? Don't knock it till you try it. But yeah, being able to, in a way, kind of cool and collected, right? Keep that right foot up. And combating these issues, right? Combating these issues to bring about solutions, to work things out, to make sure that this is what it is. Again, talking on broad terms, on principle basis, because that's what it is, you know, unless I talk directly about my own experience, just to shed light on to how I take it and how I view it, and it not necessarily might be like this for you, but I can talk about, you know, the situation and the principle basis and let that be a conglomerate of, you know, kind of society, right? Because I'm only getting it because this is what's being given to me, as well as what I'm gonna work, as well as what I am going to give back towards the world, right? Outside. So bringing that, right? Because this is going out there, out, you know, to our atmosphere, to the world, to Earth, to everyone, you know, to all the living things. And then all these living things, all these things that are out here is coming back and having that impact on that. So it's this constant, you know, energy flow, right? This constant conversation of energies going around, and it's just, it's so much, right? We have so much coming at us, all these different angles, especially nowadays, you know, every time we go out in the streets, how much advertisement is hit within us. We open this phone, you know, this device, boom, how many of these things are coming at us even faster now, you know, with this phone on things, right? Because it's like, whoa, it's right there, one shot, and you're just getting plugged in, right? Good things and bad things, and it's not to be and have that overload, right? And be like overwhelmed, being able to know to digest it well. You know, I think we forget about that, especially here in America on things, right? Mancha, mancha, mancha. Just going for it and knowing that, you know, it's a process, right? It's natural. There's these things that have to happen, right? These principles, basis of things, like what goes up must come down, like, you know, it's kind of the law of the universe on things that no matter how much we fabricate or synthesize these things, you know, God is great, God is beautiful, and there are things that are, you know, more, in a way, more known to my understanding, to the understanding, right? The higher beings on things, and knowing that there is. Because if you think about it, we've only been here for the past 200,000 years. The earth in general has been here and has been created for, I want to say, about 5 billion years. So, you know, that is, that's some stuff right there. I want to say 5 billion or 2.5 billion years in general, somewhere around there. I forget that exact number, but I mean, think about it. Even if it was 1 billion, you know, human beings have only been on the planet for the past 200,000 years. And with that stated, you know, slavery and all that and all this effed up stuff going around the world has only also ceased within the, what, 100 years? You know, maybe not even, like, what is it really, right? Let's be real. So again, not to play each other, to keep it real, because I think there's the lack of that. So doing this is being able to breach into those layers and being able to, you know, talk about the real. Everybody always talks about this, excuse me. Everybody always talks about this, like, yo, fuck that real stuff, this fake stuff, this and that, and going through that. But it's like, what is it? Like, you're not being so specific, even though at times they think they are. But in reality, it's like, isn't that some of the same stuff that I'm also talking to you on a kind of broad term basis, to be able to introduce some of those dialogues and contents and grasp that. So coming in, bringing that up, getting into those prayer, into those intentions. Oh yeah, nice sunny day here in NYC, getting into some of those sun rays, feeling that really good for the body, you know, that vitamin D, the sun, right? What would we be without the sun and some good water? Just getting that bend and stretch, be coming in a bit, just laying down over here, getting a good stretch on the body. Oh yeah, almost like someone was pulling your hands and your feet, and just pulling that away, getting that good stretch, introducing that, you know, that dialogue, having that dialogue, that communication. Holding that in, getting into that body scan, that breathing, looking left and right. Should I say right to left? As I say that towards your screen. Oh yeah. Driving that out and around. Kicking my legs up and around. Coming in. Oh. Starting to rub my foot. Breach that. I gotta say, you know, from the past two videos, definitely had some dead legs, right? Some noodle legs due to running, and you know, being able to do this and stretching it out, it's been really good. You know, I don't have that, you know, those soreness on things as if I would have if I didn't, you know, properly take the time to stretch and, you know, bring that consciousness to thyself, to the mind, to the body, to the soul, and being able to work that out. Really important to me, to my practice, and again, being able to share this with you is being able to, you know, start to grasp things and to, you know, get away with all these stereotypes, these things, and saying, oh, what it is, and it's just like, nah, what is it with you? How do you feel about it? What's your take on it? You know, why? Why is it like that? Like, being able to reach on that, right? And being able to start to talk about those things and to see, you know, because at the end of the note, I know at times I'm wrong on things, and I think no matter how much we boil these things down, you know, within anything, you know, I think we can break it down on any variables to say that love is love and hate is hate, you know, through any circumstance, through anything. So it's like, with that stated, love is love, hate is hate. You know, what are we really doing? What is it really? Because we need to really start to see this. Like, is this really love? Is this really hate? And see where we fall and where we lay. Because at the end of the note, we have to be the ones to say and to make our bed. We have to make our bed, and we have to lay there. And we have to lay where we rest on these things. Let me just lower this because I just got wired out from this. From the sun. I think that's a lot better, right? Getting into that, still having it. That is also really good. I do highly suggest that if you have a place, you know, to get those natural sunlights on things. Kind of just introducing that touch therapy again on that back, stretching that body out. But again, you know, doing your stretches within and being hit with the sun is it's quite remarkable stuff. It's quite powerful. You know, we used to have sun dances, right, and all that stuff, and knowing that, having the respects for the earth, because the earth is also giving the respects back to us, right? Being able to nourish us, to provide these things, these sustainments, you know, and it's something to behold of and to cherish it. That's what it is. Oh yeah, I got that left side and that right side stretched out really well. Again, Merry Christmas to all, from me to you, from you to me. I hope everyone has a blessed day, has a blessed Christmas. Just want to say that if you're there, you know, everyone is special, all of us, and everyone has the power. And it's just a matter of having that, because, like, you know, Stan Lee, right, Marvel superhero, with great power comes great responsibility, and knowing that, and at times if we get overwhelmed on it, it's because maybe we don't know how to really be responsive on it and to respond in the accordance of manner. And it's okay, but we have to know that this is what it is, and to be able to work that out, right? To ask these questions, to be able to get understanding, right? To understand, to communicate, to be able to have that is communication is key, right? Balance is key. Holding that in, right? And being able to know, again, what it is. You know, what is it? Come to it directly, and to be able to direct that, and to know, and to home in, right? Peace of mind, peace of body, peace of soul. Having that set, introducing some of these concepts. I know it's a bit out there. I mean, this whole video is a bit out there, right? Being able to have that, but again, you know, from my creativity, it's like, how do we really talk about these things, you know, within all these multifacets of layers, and being able to kind of grasp some of those, and to have that, you know, it is what it is, and it is what is not. So take that for what it is. Having that set. Merry Christmas on the 25th. I hope everyone has a blessed day, has a blessed celebration. I shall see you for tomorrow, day 26. Yeah, mahalo, and again, Merry Christmas, y'all.